There are really two things that create friction when it comes to launching a course. A, time, and B, experience. I get it. I jumped in the world of content creation and digital marketing with absolutely no experience, and I struggled through the very intense learning curve over the last decade. But once I figured out the right system, I was able to help other creators go from this to this. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 crucial steps on how you can launch a course that makes you over $100,000. 1, we're going to create systems and funnels that can work on repeat. Number 2, we're going to choose a launch path. And number 3, consistently generating more leads. Okay, so we're really trying to work out the best systems and the best workflows, the best funnels to launching the course. So again, this is about launching the course, not creating it. And so you're going to want to work backwards from the point that your customer is making the purchase, right? So reverse engineering in any aspect of your business is always a smart move. You want to make sure each funnel, each workflow is seamless. And so the very last thing that your customer is going to do before they purchase the course is be on the checkout page. And so you want to make sure that is seamless and very easy to use. You want to make sure you have plenty of payment options, whether you're accepting PayPal and credit cards, or maybe even offering payment plans. You need to make sure that this process is easy and seamless. The less friction you cause your potential customers, the better. Now, if we continue to reverse engineer, the page that they were probably on before this checkout page was your sales page. And I think the biggest problem on sales pages are people oversharing. So it's fine to share a lot about what's inside the course, but at the end of the day, no one cares how many videos you have, what the lengths of those videos are, and how many resources are included. They want to know what is the outcome that they're going to get if they purchase your course. Now, it is important to share some of those technical details because somebody doesn't want to get scammed and purchase a course and it be one video and it was 10 minutes long. I mean, that would feel like crap, right? But you're going to really be leaning into your testimonials and the outcome that your potential customer is going to receive if they make the purchase. An example would be like if you are a budgeting planning queen and you are offering potential advice on how to save money or pay off your debt, then the outcome that you're going to hopefully help them achieve is being debt free or saving $10,000 in 6 months or whatever that outcome that you're helping them achieve is. And so instead of focusing on all the little bullet points of everything you're including in this course, you instead want to tell them, hey, if you really apply yourself and you purchase this course, here's what's going to happen at the end. So before the sales page is usually the lead source. So depending on what you're doing to lead people to your sales page, it could be a lead magnet followed up with some email marketing. It could be ads, which those ads could lead to the lead magnet and then email marketing, or maybe the ads leading directly to your sales page, which I do not recommend. If you're going to use ads, I highly recommend that you lead those to something for free. Because if somebody doesn't know you and you're, finding them via ads on like Facebook or whatever, Instagram, and they see something with a price tag on it, they're gonna be like, I don't know this person. Why would I buy it? Anyway, that's a whole another video. If you want videos on ads and all of that kind of stuff, I've played around a little bit, have some tips, so just let me know. So you want to make sure, of course, just like your sales page, that any of the copy that you are using to help lead people to your paid offering is top notch. So with your lead magnet, especially if you're saying, hey, this thing is free, a lot of people will download it because if it fits their needs, if it helps solve a problem for them and it's free, why wouldn't they? And so you really need to take that opportunity to provide a lot of value, because if somebody grabs a free resource from you and they're like, whoa, you could have totally charged for this, then guess what? They're going to have a lot less hard of a time making a purchase from you because they know it's going to be super high value. And so going back one more time from here is really just evaluating the entire funnel. Where do they start? Are you doing like social media posts and then leading them to your lead magnet? Are you using ManyChat? Like, what are you doing to get them to go through that workflow, that funnel? So really evaluating each piece and making sure all of the copy especially is encouraging the person to go through that funnel and eventually land on that checkout page. And the great thing about creating these funnels and these workflows is that they are so easy to duplicate. Everything I stand for is saving you time because I know how hard it is to build a business when you have zero time. I've always, when I first was really giving this 100%, I had a 40-hour per week job. I had a newborn. I started working in freelancing for 10 to 15 hours a week, and I was so overwhelmed. And I didn't have all of the information I have now on like, ooh, how do I save time? How do I automate? How do I create templates and all of the things? And so I'm excited to be able to like pass on this knowledge. So if you're juggling a whole bunch and you still want to do this, you can. Okay, so we're moving on to step 2. Before I do, I wanted to chat about my partner with this video, Kittl. Their platform makes it ridiculously easy to design professional looking digital products, whether it's templates, mockups, or even merch, depending on your community connection. All of these things would be super beneficial for a course launch. Maybe you could have like a bonus piece of merch if they sign up the first week, or you could use their seamless mockup option to make all of the assets for your course. Anyway, the platform is so easy to use, and guess what? You can get 25% off using my code Shelby25. All of the information is linked in the description. And thank you again, Kittl, for sponsoring today's video. So now we're going to be talking about your launch path. Are you more of a tortoise or a hare? So the tortoise launch path is obviously the slow and steady approach. So with this approach, you are keeping your doors open all the time. You're not having like a 2-week launch and the doors closed until 6 months down the road. No, that's not the slow and steady approach. The slow and steady approach is saying, hey, I developed this course. Doors are going to be open on this date. If you sign up in that first week, you get this special rate, or you get this extra piece of merch, or you get a special discount, or you can pay on a payment plan, or like, whatever you want to make this like bonus. You still want to create urgency. You still want to give them a reason to sign on that first week or that first 2 weeks. And that's going to be like your launch week. But then you keep the doors open, it goes to full price, or the bonuses are gone. And then somebody can sign up anytime by, clicking the link in a YouTube video you posted a year ago. They'll be able to make that purchase. And the fun thing is you can still do launches, but they will be more like big sales, like maybe a Black Friday relaunch where you do some updates and then you relaunch it at a new special rate. Or maybe like every year or every 6 months, you can add new updates and additions to the course and say, hey, price is going to be raising on this date. It's the last chance to get it at the rate it is now. I mean, there's still ways to create scarcity and, urgency, but keeping the doors open for me is probably the approach I'm going to use because I want people to have access to this information all the time. I don't want to gatekeep it. I want to say, hey, I want you to achieve what I have. Go take the course. The price just may change in the future, and that's fine. So that is the slow and steady approach. So the quick and timely approach, the hare option, this is, opening the doors for a specific amount of time and then closing it down. There is a reason I would do that if this was the direction I wanted to go. And for me, it would only be if I'm offering any kind of like immersive live experience. So if you are going to offer live Q&As, or you're going to offer like actual like meetings with the people, or one-on-one coaching, or maybe you're doing like office hours or something like that where you personally have to be available. It's not like a passive income stream totally. Then yes, I feel like having the doors open for a specific amount of time and then closing so that you can have a break from being available all the time is very important. So that would be more like the hare approach, like, hey, I am launching this. It's only open for a couple of weeks. Then, it's more of like a program than a course, but it's still like a course. It's really up to you how you want to do it. Even if you're not doing live calls or, office hours or anything like that, you can still do this approach if you just don't want to have to even worry about like the customer service behind it and everything, or if you're just wanting to test out like, ooh, what gets me like the most return of investment, you can try that as well. But for me, when I launch a course, which I am in the process of creating one, but when I do launch it, I am probably going to have like a special, hey, sign on bonus because it's brand new. and then it's going to go to the base rate, and then it's going to be open forever. And, I might do changes or updates in the future. It's really important to know the direction you want to go in, because that's really going to determine a lot of the other things you might want to do as far as consistently getting leads or making sales. Which really brings me right into step number 3, which is consistently generating more leads. So you launch, you are creating some excitement, maybe you're teasing it, and then you finally open the doors and you generate those leads that first week or two, and then maybe your doors close or they stay open. And of course, then sales are going to die down, because it's always going to be at its peak when you first open the doors, you first launch. So, how are you going to continue generating leads in the long term to make sure that you still keep getting sales even after you are done with the launch phase? So, even if you are doing the closed door approach, you still need to do all of these things, because whether you're generating sales or leads, these things are really important to make sure when you offer bonuses, when you open the doors again, that you actually have people that want to make this purchase, right? So I'm gonna shut this so I finish my video. My husband just came up for lunch, so I have to wrap this up. So I have a list of 4 things that I think are super crucial in really the pre-launch, post-launch phase. Like, these are things you should always be doing. So no matter when you decide to launch something, you are prepared and your community is prepared and they're nurtured and they're ready to potentially buy from you. So number 1 is just continuing to build your community. So regardless of what that means to you, if it's getting your email list bigger, if it's leading people to your Instagram, or creating more content on YouTube, just keep building and keep nurturing your audience. That way the pool of people that you can connect with is bigger. You're also going to want to use a lead magnet. So you have to offer something free. You have to. This is a non-negotiable. You need to provide free value in your emails, but also in a PDF, like a guide or a checklist or a workshop, just something that you can provide your community that is free, that's going to help build trust, and you're going to add them to your email list. So then no matter when you're ready to relaunch, you're able to jump right into their inbox, right in front of them, not on social media where they may or may not see your post. You'll for sure end up right in front of their face. So it's important to make sure anyone from your social media audience is funneling into your email. And the best way to do that is a lead magnet. Another really important thing, and I feel like people kind of forget this, is your content needs to always be related to your course. So you can talk about other things, but if you know, hey, I'm going to relaunch my course here in 3 months, for those 3 months, make sure you're starting to talk about the main subject that is in your course. So for example, if you, like myself, talk about online business, and I have a course coming out about social media, like the side of social media that helps build your online business, then I would want to start talking more about social media on my YouTube, so that I'm getting people who are really interested in that. It's almost like you're priming your audience. I hate that term, but you're getting them prepared for content about this topic. And so then when you release your course, it makes sense to them and they want it, because they're already learning so much from you about the topic. And they're like, oh, wow, I definitely want to dive deeper with her. So I'm going to purchase this course. And then finally, when you know the actual time you're going to release the course or you're going to relaunch the course, then you need to start building a waiting list. So for this, you're going to start teasing the idea of this launch or this relaunch, and you're going to let them know, hey, I've made some updates. I have this included. I'm going to be doing this discount. If you're interested, join my waiting list. And maybe with this waiting list, you can give them something for free again, another lead magnet saying, hey, I'm launching my course again, or I'm launching it for the first time, and I've compiled some things that would be really helpful for you to know before going into this course. So here, take this guide for free. It will add you to my waiting list, and you'll be the first to know when my course is open. Really just tease all of that, because it's going to help people, one, know to expect it. If they know, hey, in a few months, there's going to be a course, and so maybe I should set some money aside for it, or they might be getting excited about it. So teasing it and creating a waiting list is going to help you so much when you're actually ready to launch. But most importantly, let me tell you, the most important thing, and it may seem obvious, but trust me, it's forgotten all the time, you have to mention your products. You have to mention your freebies. I've worked for lots of different people where as soon as they realize that they haven't been talking about it and then they start talking about it, wow, they're getting all of these email subscribers or they're getting all of these sales. And it's really important just to say, hey, I created this thing to help you, to help solve a problem I know you have, and grab it for free, or it's $27, and you'll be amazed with how much that number of leads or sales goes up just because you started mentioning it more often. But if you are not ready to launch a course, then watch this video here. And thank you again, Kittle, for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check them out and get 25% off with my code in the description. Bye.